Hi and welcome to another episode of Life with Lightroom and Adobe Photoshop here at aurora.is. Today we're going to have a little bit of action with Photoshop, and I'm going to show you how to create an action, and then in the next step of this series we'll take it further. We make frame and we export everything as a droplet and use the droplet then in Lightroom. But first thing first, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this image here and I'm gonna convert it for the internet to use for example at your Flickr site or something like that, and I want to create an action for it so I don't have to do all the steps over and over again. So we go over to Photoshop, and here in the palette we find the action. As you can see, I have this action here and I'm gonna throw it away. So we're gonna create a new action. So we go create action, and I'm gonna call this 7 or net 700px, because in the end run we'll have an image that is 700 pixels wide. And then I hit record, and as you can see here in the palette, it will record all the steps that we will take. Now we go and open the file that we want to convert. The file that I want to convert should be on the desktop. It should be here in Title Export, in New Images, and here it is. So I open that file. I have exported it previously from Lightroom, and as you can see, it's now says that we have opened the image. Next step is to resize the image. You would think that we would use image size, but we are not going to use image size. We're going to go down to automate, and there under automate we will find something that's called fit image. And in fit image we can put up the size that we want to fit the image within. Width we want to have it 680 and height 680. That is, if it's vertical or horizontal, it's always going to be within the 680 pixels frame, and we hit OK there. So now we have a tiny little picture here. Let's enlarge it. Next step in the line of converting, we want to make sure it's 72 dpi or dot per inch. So we go into image size, we don't have resample, and we say here 72 dpi. That makes sure it's small enough file and it's not going to be too large once we save it. Now that we've done this step, next step would be go into edit and convert it to the right profile for the internet. And as sRGB is the profile, I work in Adobe RGB. Some people use Color Match or ProPhoto RGB. I usually have my images in Adobe RGB, but for the internet I have them in sRGB. And we click OK. So now we have converted it. Now we want to take the step of sharpening the image, and we go under Filter, Sharpen, Unsharp Mask. There's a lot of variation on how you sharpen an image. This is what I found is good for the internet. I have the amount at 100, radius 0.6 and threshold 0. You want to do some local sharpening, even more sharpening, but I find this fine for the internet. Not too sharp, not too soft once it's been saved. So now we have it sharpened. Then we are basically ready to export the image. And what we will do then, we will go into File, save as. We're gonna save it just on the desktop. We're gonna select JPEG, and you see I didn't go into save for web because I want all the information in EXIF and in the EXIF file and IPTC. I wanted to go with the image. So I select 12. You can go down to 10 if you like, without to lower the file size without much showing on the net. But I choose to have them in maximum quality. You hit OK. Now it's saved. You close it, and then you stop the action. So now we have this action here, and if we wanna use this action again, it will have, because we told it to open up a special image. Once I tell it to run down here, it's gonna open up that image and run everything that we did before automatically. See, it came and it went. If we wanna use this on a group of images, a folder for example, we would go into File, Automate and Batch, and there we would go and as you can see, it's in temporary. This is the action we're going to use. We're going to use folder, and we can go in and we can choose a folder. I could, for example, say I want to take all the new images that I have here and I want to convert them. We click override action open commands, because that overrides the action where we said to open the particular image that we did to open to make the action. So it's gonna open all the images, but not just that image. We suppress color profile warnings. If we have folders included in the or subfolders, we could use them. We're gonna put it out to a folder, and we choose the folder, and we could say here like new folder internet 700px, create and choose. We have the document name and extension, and we want to make a change here to this. We want to have extension down here, and here we want to add 700px, or just 700. Have it 700. So we know it's going to be the file name underscore and 700, so we know it's a 700px file. And then we hit OK, and you will see it starts working, and Photoshop is working on those files now, converting all the TIFF files that I had in that folder, converting them to 700px wide or high image, putting them in the folder on the desktop, and now it's finished with those files. We go to, if we hide Photoshop, hide Lightroom, go to the desktop where we had it in untitled export. We had this file here, internet, and here you can see all those files. That said, the next step that we want to take is we want to make a frame around it, and we want to put our signature in it. That will have to wait for the next episode. Hope you enjoyed this one, and be sure to check back as we expand this action, and we'll have further action in Photoshop. Be sure to check back at www.aurora.is. Thank you.